questions. We have another viewer from, I hope I'm pronouncing this correctly. They may revoke my Minnesota passport. New Trier, am I pronouncing it? New Trier? All right, viewer from New Trier who says, when will the legislature pass universal pre-K? She's in favor of it and wants to know what our panel thinks. Let's start with you, Senator. I guess you sit on that committee. So,
I don't see that happening this year. I think you're going to see something on early childhood and pre-K. That said, if you go back and look over the last, I don't know, maybe 4 years, we have put hundreds of millions of dollars more into pre-K, into early childhood, in various ways, the early learning scholarships, into all-day K, things like that. So we put a lot of money into it, but the governor's proposal, the universal pre-K, has a huge price tag on it, really, really big price tag. And even Art Rolnick, for example, who I like to refer to him as the godfather of early childhood, a very big proponent. Even Art Rolnick said that the governor's approach wasn't the best approach as far as getting the bang for the buck, spending the dollars the most wisely, that a targeted approach, something akin to the early learning scholarships that we have. That's the infrastructure we have in place that could work for a more targeted approach. He thinks that's a better way to look at it. So given all of that, I don't think we're necessarily going to see universal pre-K anytime soon, but I do think you're going to see more resources put into that. And certainly the governor's pushing for that.
Representative Hansen?
We talked about prisons earlier. I mean, I'd rather try to be innovative and see what we can come together with on pre-K. That early investment may help us on the cleanup costs later on that we have to spend with prisons. So we have differences, and we get into this, well, my plan's better than your plan, or, why don't we try to be innovative and look at a variety of plans and see what works, and let that, and try to get to the universal goal by seeing different models. And I think the public wants us to try to be more creative and be more innovative, and to work together to try some of those things, and then and see what works. And if you get to that universal coverage, or that goal of universal coverage, that's going to take a while. So we're in a short session. I worry when we say, well, it's a short session, so we're not going to do this. Why don't we try some things and try more things and see if we can achieve some goals there to move that direction. It's not going to happen right now, but because of that, because we're going to get into the same issue with dollars. But I'm willing to spend more dollars to try to be innovative to reach those goals over the long haul.
Representative Vogel, your thoughts?
I was really happy with what we came up with last year with the increase in funding for the scholarships and the early readiness, and leaving the choice in place. And it was kind of reconfirmed to me. One of the things I had to do is get educated on education. I've done a lot of different things, but being in a small business, and you really don't get exposed to education unless you're on a school board, which I hadn't been. So I went out and interviewed superintendents. And one of the things that we face with the all-day pre-K is the facilities and the lack thereof in a lot of cases. So again, you'd be increasing your infrastructure. So I agree totally with the idea of catching people when they're young enough to educate them and build them with knowledge. But by the same token, letting the system work as it is right now with scholarships and those type of things seems to be a reasonable approach relative to my limited education in education.
Sure. And Barry, I would add on to that, as we all kind of assume that there's going to be more resources put into this, and what's that look like, we don't know. But as we put more and more resources into this, we also have to start asking ourselves the question, what about down the line? Because the reality is, when you put a young child into a high-quality early childhood program, you'll see good results. At-risk kids suddenly get into a different category, different demographic. But academically, by the time they're in fourth grade, on average, we can't tell the difference, and we're losing something in there. And so as we continue to target these resources, or if we make it universal and we spend this money, we also have to make sure that it's not an investment that just fades with time. And that is a challenge and a question that we're going to have to take up in the years to come, and I hope we do. I've tried to do that myself, but as we put more and more resources into it, that question becomes more and more pardon the pun, valuable.
Well, we'll have more opportunities to talk about this, I think.